What's going on, everybody? We back. All right. Couple things, man. It has been a busy month for me. If you want to know the details, nothing bad. If you want to know the details, message me and I'll let you know. Just we got other things to talk about, and also, as you can tell, I'm doing the walk. So that means here in Green Wave Country. All right. Kids come back to school today, so a lot of change, and I'd encourage you, if you're watching this, be praying for the kids, be praying for the teachers, be praying for school in general, education. I mean, there's a lot of elements on this that are important, so just be praying for the kids that go to school today or that have been in school. I know a couple of counties around started last week or the week before, but growing in knowledge and how God's moved in history, how he moves in the world through science, and how the world works in math, and how God speaks using language. And so for us, that's English, and on and on and on. There are other subjects just as important. All those things are good. And so just be praying for kids today. That being said, we're getting back in it. We've been talking about New Testament books. We're going to try to continue to do that. So today we are up to the book of Philippians. It is a letter Paul wrote to the church in Philippi. Has a great intro about his relationship with this church, his love for this church, even though he's been gone for a while, and how he sees himself as doing ministry, co-ministry with this church, even though he's not plugged into that church right now. But the biggest thing that I see in this book is, summing it up kind of maybe in this sentence, is Philippians is our story seen in God's story in Christ. And so what I mean by that is God shows who he is in his story in Christ, and what Christ did, and the suffering Christ went through. And then the back half of the book says, and you will show your God by your life being lived like Christ. In other words, hey Christians, our life isn't going to be easy. It's going to be difficult like Christ's. But just as Christ was the ultimate pointer to God in his love for God and his faithfulness to God in the broken back of his life, we too will be an example of who God is to the world around us as we walk in the fallenness of this world, and as we get beaten down by the brokenness of other people. As we stay true in our love for who God is and how much bigger he is than our own brokenness, then we point to God in the same beautiful way Christ pointed to God. It really flies in the face of this idea that if you love God and love him well, everything goes well for you. Philippians would seem to say no, everything didn't go well for Christ, and yet we see his life point only and perfectly to the love of his Father, God. And so he has called us, at least in some part, to share in the suffering of Christ. Our life will be hard, but he has promised us to be faithful and to complete what he has started in us at our moment of salvation. And as we walk through the difficult times of life, finding our joy only and anchored completely in God, we will show him to a world that desperately wants to see some good things. Get in there, read the book, it's great. Talking about Philippians. Love you guys.